Muslim guy leave Islam after harassing Christian prince for some time. Hello friends and family, welcome to another reaction video with Christian Prince. Hope you all having a great day. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let us watch and have some fun. This video is only for educational purposes. Hope you learned something from it.
Hello. I'm fine. You are a Muslim?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know if you remember me. I'm the Palestinian. I had the dream of Jesus.
Okay. So
Yeah, I've been meaning to call you because I'm like, technically, I'm not. I don't know. I can't access the chat, but I'm still watching your live every day.
okay.
And yeah, I just wanted to call and say thank you. Well, technically, I'm like in between, you could say.
What between mean? Why you don't make decision?
Well, no, I want to say that. One second here. Yeah, so I don't know. I wanted to call because first of all, I'm blocked, so I watch your channel every day, but I can't even talk in the chat. I don't know. Maybe I said something wrong.
Yeah, maybe I blocked you because sometimes if people they become annoying, they keep repeating something. Like if you spam the text, you might get blocked.
No, it wasn't that. I think when I was still trying to be Abdul.
Yeah, but usually we don't block Abdul unless they are doing something not annoying, like keep repeating the same thing. You know.
I want to say
Yeah.
like your content really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, but now my family. I don't know, brother. I told Lisa, because I'm in the thing with her in the Discord,
Yeah.
that I would like to convert on live. If I decide to do so, I would like to do it on live. But it's weird, you know. I just wanted to say, and I could keep this nice and short. Islam, like when you learn, it's kind of like a Band-Aid ripping off, but I feel like the Band-Aid, you know, whatever you call the virus of Muhammad.
Yeah.
I feel that I take a long time more than others, but I definitely know that something's very wrong with Islam. And I brought it up to my family, and the type of person I am, I just keep studying, and it's very draining. So I took a couple months off. Now I'm back to watching your content. I'm watching it all the time. But do you think that just the Bible is the best way to give someone that last push? Because I mean, okay, I feel like I want to say that I have like a Jehovah's Witness kind of understanding, and I know you're not a fan of that. I just feel that Jesus is separate from. I'm just really struggling with the Trinity, I guess I could say. And then, but you said in the Old Testament that God came to Abraham as a man. So, and then I looked that up, and I'm like, so I know that God can do all things. I guess that I'm.
You know,
just
in a very
feel
easy
like,
way, if you ask anyone, you will see that the word Elohim is not a singular name. Elohim is a word meaning gods. But all of us, we knew, the
Right.
Jews, they believe in one God. Correct? So
Yes.
how they believe in one God, yet they say gods. You know? It doesn't,
and I wanted to say,
you know, it doesn't, like, you know, when we say gods, that's mean the appearance of the language, there's gods, not one God. So Elohim from the beginning speak of
right.
the multi-person God, which is God. So God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, God the Father. And you know, if you are trying to say I have understanding of Jehovah's Witnesses, well, Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't have our Bible, they add things is not there, and they have a false translation. As an example, if you go to the book of John, this is very simple example from the beginning. They say a God, so the word was a God, and a God in English, you know what does that mean?
At least his eyes is open to come out from the darkness. I hope he find the truth, and the truth will set him free.
There's many gods, right? But this is not what the Bible says in the original manuscript. It says and the word was God, not a God. So and if they say there's a God, that's mean even the God is not unknown, is unknown. You know, if I say a tree, it's mean I do not even know the tree. So this will bring more stupid things. So there's many cults like Muhammad cult, they add things to other belief. Like Muhammad, he copies some from the Christians, some from the Jews, some from the Arab. So Allah is the God of the Arab. Messiah is the God of the Christians. But Muhammad, he failed even to take the God of the Jews. Who is the God of the Jews? Until now, and this is our topic today, until now we cannot find the God of the Jews in the Quran. Like, why the Quran never mentioned the word Elohim? Adonai.
Right. And
You
why
know?
did Muhammad never say he's the comforter? And why did
No, why he did not mention certain words? I mean, what's the problem? What is short of?
Yeah, it's very strange. Well, and then, even my cousins asked something about the Nicene Creed. I'm like, that has nothing. I don't know. I want to point
The
something out.
Nicene, my friend, that conference is just to confirm that Jesus was exist from the beginning. It's not about if Jesus was God or not. A group of Christians says this is the argument. Jesus was born in a certain time. The other Christian, they say no, he is from the beginning, and this is what it proved in the, as an example, John chapter number 1. So that was not about if they accept Jesus to be God or not. So when the Muslim, they big mouth, they say, oh, you know what, this is this is where the Christianity started. But this is not, no, the Christian already, they are debating not about Jesus, if he's God or not, if he was from the beginning with the Father, or there is a certain point where he was born of the Father. That's all. So both Christian, let us say, parties, the heretic one and the one who is, we are the Christian today, they agree that Jesus is divine and he is God. So Muslims, they lie again when they fabricate such a news and they say such a thing. Let me ask you before I finish my call with you. Do you know what Allah mean?
Well, people say it's a name, and then they say it's just a name for the singular God. Like,
what the word
like
mean?
the Jews.
Okay, if it's a name,
What is
it have to have a meaning.
The actual.
What your parents they said to you as a Muslim? Your parents, did you ever ask them what Allah mean, or Sheikh?
My father passed young, and then my mom was kind of very Americanized liberal, not liberal, but she just not a huge religious person.
I want you to do me a favor. What about you find a Sheikh? You can text me
They
again.
told me it's a unique name, by the way. Sorry to cut you off. They always told us that we don't know what it means. It's a unique name, and then they show you in Google. There's Allah is written in the clouds, and Allahu Akbar. And
yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Well, if you can't find me a sheikh to call me, you can just call anyone of your choice and ask him to join us. Just text me, and I will take your call, and then we shake, because we want somebody professional. He can give us a better answer than yours. Maybe
I'll call Sabil. It's funny because I live 30 minutes.
I would love to actually. Why you don't call him right now, live?
I'm too busy calling the other sheikhs. But I wanted to leave you one last point, maybe, and it is nice talking to you again, and I think I will accept the Lord on live soon enough. But do you think it's a thing with being like, okay, I just want to point that they say that the Jews, and they just don't believe in an Arab prophet. So do you think that it's harder for Arabs to leave Islam because they have, this is our Arab prophet? But it's like,
what do you mean by what do you mean by who is the one don't believe in Arab prophet?
Like okay, it was said that, okay, the Jews liked Muhammad's message, but they didn't like the man, and the Arab pagans, they liked the man, but they didn't like the message. Right?
Well, my friend, first of all,
so they just blame the Jews and the Christians not accepting an Arabi prophet, that they're all just racist, that don't want to believe in an Arabi guy, which makes no sense, because if you guys say that Ishmael is the father of the Arab, well, they believe in Ishmael.
Well, first of all, Ishmael, he cannot be the father of the Arab, because the books, previous books, long before Islam, say clearly that Ishmael is the mother, is a son of a mother. She's an Egyptian, correct? And then the Bible says that Ishmael, he married from Egyptian women. So now he have Egyptian from both sides, the mother and his wife, and his father was Aramic. So how the children, they will be Arab. In the top of that, the Quran says that there is no messenger came to Mecca before Muhammad. But if I go in the Quran too, there is something very important. The Quran says that Allah, He make from the seeds of Jacob, you know, from the seed of Abraham, and He mentioned two names. From the seed of Abraham, we made the messengers. He did not mention Ishmael, as we see here in the beginning.
Huh.
If you read with me here as an example, chapter 6, verse number 84, it says, and we bestowed upon who? About Abraham. Abraham. And then from those seed which he will quote in the front of us, he said, we bestowed upon him Isaac, and Jacob. Each of them we guided before him. We guided Noah, and Muhammad here, he go backward to Noah, which is very weird. And among his progeny, he's going back to who now? To Jacob. You know? David and Solomon, and Job, and Joseph, and Moses,
right,
and Aaron.
Yeah. It's always stressing the line of Israel or Jacob.
Exactly. And then he continues saying, and Zechariah, and Yahya, and John, and Isa, and Elias. And then he continue, and he say Ishmael. I mean, we are now in the time of Jesus. He go back to Ishmael. So Muhammad now, you know, Muhammad now is trying to fix it. He forgot somebody, but he should mention Ishmael from the top of the line. You don't say Ishmael in the same line with Jesus. You don't mention Ishmael at the end. So now we are talking about, we are talking now about Ishmael, but we pass Isa, we pass John, we pass Elias, we pass Jacob himself, and now you are remembering Ishmael going back to Abraham. So this is here you see that Muhammad is adding things. He the Muslims agree that Muhammad, he don't put Quran like a chapter alone, like together. He say a sentence, they write it down, and then he say a sentence 2 years after, they put it next to that. They try to find a place for it. This one, what the Muslims they say, the compiled Quran. The Quran is not a book, so they put it together. So now this is story here is speaking about this. So Muhammad, he said that in one occasion, and maybe after 2 years or 3 years, Muhammad, he mentioned this verse, so they put it here. And maybe after 5 years he mentioned this one, so we put it here. So the Quran did not come this way. Even the Muslim themselves, if you go to the website, it's called the According to Revelation, you will see that this verse and this verse and this verse is not mentioned in that city. Muhammad used to live in the city of Medina, which means 10 years ago. So why it's here now? So so the Quran is a very confusing book, but we have a very clear evidence from the Quran that the childhood, or sorry, the prophethood of Abraham, they are going to be from his children, and they are going to be specifically from the Jews, specifically from Jacob, you know.
Right. So it's almost like, okay, I try to put my head that, okay, I'm not, it's not about being Arabian, but it's like, it's the Indonesians are like, every other tribe in the world knows, okay, if they believe in Christianity, that all the prophets were Hebrew, were Jewish. Okay. So I think that it's just like a very, I guess what I was trying to say, it's a very obsession with the being Arabian and that kind of thing, that they just, not that they don't want to,
no,
like,
my friend, the Arab themselves,
no,
I don't believe in the racial thing. Muhammad, in the beginning, he did not even convince the Arab, and there is tons of verses in the Quran showing you how the Arab refused Muhammad. So nobody refused him because he's an Arab, you know, because there is no way the Arab, will refuse an Arab because he's an Arab. That would be silly, right? It's it's like saying to me, the Somalian refused you because you are Somalian, but he is a Somalian like them, so that doesn't make sense. So, but if you go with me in the Quran as an example, just to show you an example, in chapter 29, verse number 27.
9:27. Okay.
Yeah. Here the verse, by the way, is the most stupid verse ever. Because if you read the verse but without the bracket, which means it's not in the Quran, everything you see in the bracket is not in the Quran. You know, Ishaq, it says actually Ishaq in Arab in Arabic, but they are adding it now in English between two bracket. But notice with me here, and we bestowed on him. Here, there's two big bracket and small bracket. Why? Because Abraham did not mention. Abraham is not mentioned, and we bestowed upon him, and then we skip. There's no Arabic more, and then Ishaq and Yaqub. Okay, now because now we know who is Ishaq and Yaqub, we know he's talking about Abraham. But the verse, because the one who made it is stupid, because shouldn't you say suddenly, where is Abraham? Why you jump to Abraham? Where is Abraham? Here we go, read the verse before, 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 the verse before. There's no Abraham. And then suddenly this guy, he's speaking about the children of Abraham, but there's no Abraham in the chapter. This is what we are saying. The Quran is compiled, is like, you know, like if somebody, he chopped many chickens, you know, different chickens, and now he is trying to find the leg of this chicken with the other leg of that chicken, you know.
That chicken with 4 arms, yeah.
Yeah, the four, actually Muhammad, by the way, he once he was eating, he asked for the shoulder of the goat. And then he gave him the shoulder. The Muslim, they say he finished the whole shoulder. Can you believe it? And then he asked for the second shoulder because he liked the shoulder. The guy, he gave him the second shoulder. Then he asked for the third shoulder. The Bedouin man, he said, Prophet, how many shoulders the goat has? But here you notice how Muhammad here is messed up. He said clearly that we made the prophethood, you know, we made the prophethood from the children of Jacob and Isaac. Look what Muslim did. The Muslim, this is only the answer in Muhammad. They put Muhammad there. Look. Where is Muhammad? You know, what Muhammad? You know, it says, well, kitab. There's no Quran. If you change the translator, remember this is chapter 29, verse number 27. Let us go to different idiot. It says here, look how much text disappear. I mean, this is after taking most of the bracket. And we gave, and there's no Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, and ordained among their progeny the prophethood and revelation. Allah, he made what? He made from the children of Jacob and Isaac the prophethood. So where is Ishmael?
I don't know, but if I turn Christian, do I have to change my name from Abdul to something else?
My friend, no, I mean, you can change your name. This is up to you. But you see, you know, we will be judged by our fruit, not by our names, the Lord said, you know.
Right.
So you do not need...
you really changed my life. Well, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, actually, if your name is Muhammad, that will be lovely, because that will be a big, you know, big problem for the Muslims. His name is Muhammad, yet he worshipped Jesus. So keep it Muhammad.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, God. Well, and I guess I'll leave you. I don't know if you have more callers. And this, anyway, I think just the Palestinians, you know, like you said, that they weren't speaking Arabic there. Okay, whatever. But there's some Jews that even believe that, this is kind of a reach, but that Palestinians, they've proven that Palestinians have more Jewish ancestry and less Arab ancestry than other Arabs. And I think the term Arab, just in general, is a very...
My friend, Palestinian have nothing to do with the Arab. Palestinians has nothing to do with the Arab. And they have nothing to do with the Jews too. Now, they mix together. That can be maybe like a reason to say, oh, there is some of them, they have some like Jews.
People tell me I look Jewish. I'm like, no, I'm Palestinian. But I mean, pretty close.
Well, I don't know. You know, I once debated an atheist. He proved from my look that Darwin was right. Anyway, my friend, I will continue my topic, and we'll see if we can get more Muslims. Thank you for calling. Let me know if you can get some Muslims to call me too. All right?
No, I got you. Yeah, we'll catch up.
Okay guys, pray for this guy. Thanks for watching, see you soon.